I'm Paul, a software engineer at Shapeblue. I'll be running you through a small demonstration to explain to you one of the new feature we've added to Apache CloudStack for supporting custom resource icons. Now, basically, the idea of custom resource icons is to allow users to quickly identify what particular resource uh, performs, what functionality it performs, how you group it, etc. We've often noticed that people generally group zones in terms of geographical regions, and so we thought, why not use this same way of categorizing things and help identify these kind of resources by means of icons. So, in addition to some sort of a descriptive name that you can give to a resource, one can always choose to use icons. So, I'll just run you through the small aspects of this feature. Firstly, there are only a subset of resources that we've currently provided support to, and to identify them, you'll see a small symbol as such against these icons in the detail view, which indicates that this particular resource does support an icon. This lets you choose a particular icon for it. So you go, let me choose some countries. Now, as part of this, we have certain options you can perform. One is to zoom in, zoom out, to even rotate the icon, and obviously to upload it once everything is as per your liking. The right section of this view is the preview section, so it lets you see how the image is going to look once uploaded. Now, once I hit upload, what happens is this image gets converted into a base 64 image and is resized uh, to a much smaller resolution of and size, so that it can be stored in the database. So now we see that this image has been applied here, and we'll be able to see the preview of how it looks here. Once you so On re-clicking this particular option, you get a chance to delete it, and it defaults back to the hard-coded images that we have. So let's go again and edit. We have it. So now let's see where exactly these are used. Now that we've added a zone with an icon, you will be able to see them against every or most of the drop down menus that consume this particular resource. And this is seen right throughout the UI. There may be places where we don't exactly have this in place already, but and we will probably extend it for purpose of consistency, or we would even appreciate if the community can help uh, identify these and resolve it. So another place where we thought it'll look much better and accentuate the UI is the deployment wizard. So we've used this tile view to basically show the various resources, and they are to show the various zones in terms of whatever means you want to identify them. But we've limited this tile view to a maximum of 8 zones, post which it will default back to the old way of viewing things, which is the drop down menu. But beside each zone name, you will see the icon. For example, okay, as that proceeds, I will just continue with this. So, for example, in a simulator environment, which has a lot many more zones than 8, you see that it is a drop down menu, but notice it has the icons beside it. In this case, default icons, because nothing's been uploaded. So now, certain other places where we've nicely accommodated this feature would be, for example, accounts. Now, we also know that accounts, projects, domains are often grouped in terms of the teams in which, in companies, the various teams and the various uh, groups that are formed inside the company. So, bearing that in mind, we also provided support for this. So let's go ahead and just create some just add some logo. So let's zoom in into one of these default icons. Upload. Now you notice that the moment this icon has been uploaded, the logged in users icon also changes, despite the fact that the user has not been provided any icon. So the relationship is as follows: that a user inherits the account's icon. However, the user will not be able to delete the icon because it's inherited. You can go ahead and override this icon with something else of your choice, right? And then the user and the account will have two different icons. Notice now this icon has changed, but the account still has the icon that you uploaded for it. The same holds true for networks. Now we have a VPC network, and you have isolated, and I've created an isolated tier network for it. Now the relationship that exists between these two is that if you have an icon for the VPC network and nothing for the isolated, it will inherit the one for the network. So let's just create some dummy. Here, upload this icon. Yeah, yeah, you see the icon here. Let's go to the tier network and you see it up. It inherits it, right? And you can also override this network's um, icon such that it may not be the same as that of the tier network, because this particular network may serve another purpose altogether. So this network has something else, and its tier or the network tier will have another icon. So yeah, it's as simple as that. So yeah, on a high level, this is how the various icon relationships have been created. The same also holds true. Another place is for templates and virtual machines. Now by default, for example, this particular VM has been deployed with CentOS 5.3 built-in templates. So the icon is of that particular template. But if I go ahead and change this template, see, to something else, right? And now I go to the particular VM. You see, it inherits the templates icon. However, I can still go and override this icon with the VM's icon with something else. Let's say this is hosting GitLab. So yeah, here you have. So the template is this, but the VM image is something else. So on a high level, the intention of this feature was to accentuate the UI, increase the user experience, allow means for users to easily identify and categorize their resources by means of icons. However, one can always choose a more descriptive name and description. And well, it looks good. And in addition to this, we also see that in future, whenever CloudStack provides support for virtual network functions and for special purpose templates like templates for routers, etc., one can exploit this particular feature and use these icons to represent them. So that's basically it. It's a simple one, but I think it looks good and it works well. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks, guys. Hope you all enjoyed.